Welcome back. To most scrapbook collectors, there's nothing more crucial than having the right photograph to help save the memory of an important person or an important event. But what do you do when the perfect photo isn't so perfect anymore? Well, technology is actually giving collectors a lot more flexibility, and joining us now to talk about what that's all about is Hildy Buchbinder of Alkit Photography and Imaging, which is here in New York City and actually all across the country. And still joining us is Pat Koziol, who is the Executive Director of the Hobby Industry Association of America. And Hildy, thanks for coming in. Let's look at some of these things first of all, because, you know, we go up in the attic or we look at a box of old pictures, and a lot of times they just don't look the way we want to look. Sometimes they're ripped. And you can fix that?
We could fix a lot. Many times pictures come in, they're in 6 different pieces. They've been stuck to an album and has peeled off. It has water damage on it. The technology is terrific now. You do not need a negative anymore. You could actually take these pieces, bring it to us. Okay,
let's look at one. This is an example of a picture that was ripped, and this is sort of what it looked like, I guess. This is before the job, and then after, it looks perfect. So where did all the rips go?
It's actually, with the technology now, it is very easy to do. We actually take pieces from, if it's a part of the shirt that has been torn, we'll actually copy sections from the remaining shirt.
Sort of like a graph.
Exactly.
Okay, and another problem that we might have when we look for old pictures is water damage. Maybe a flood or something like that might have damaged some of the pictures, and rain might have seeped in, and we can fix that too. Here's a picture of what some water damage might look like, and then here's a picture of what it looks like after the restoration. That is really amazing. How recent has this technology been around?
These pictures that we've gotten are about a year old now. The time has cut down significantly. You could literally have these back the same day, and the cost is a fraction of what it used to be now.
Like what, for example? How much are we talking to take a picture that's damaged and then restore it?
We could take, if there's minor changes to do, that'll cost about $12. And if there's something as major as this, which is in a few pieces, this will cost about $75.
That's pretty reasonable, and then the product looks great. And this is what the actual process looks like in, I guess, in the back room. What about if you don't have the negative? If you just have the picture, does that matter? Can you still do a nice job on it?
The technology is so terrific. They actually come out better. You could actually enhance it. You could just take the original pieces. We could adjust the contrast and the color so they actually look better than the original first did.
Well, you were watching before. We were talking with Pat about memory books. I mean, this would be perfect.
Absolutely.
Because this happens a lot for
oh, yes,
for people
very much.
to do that.
People get started because they want to do something that they show right here, something to give to their grandparents, or a history of their wedding, or the babies and everything, and going back and finding the great-grandfather, great-grandmother pictures and enhancing them that way just makes for beautiful, beautiful mementos.
That's great. And all of this can be done, Hildy, at one of your service centers?
Yes.
What other kind of stuff can you do? You can make a personalized album cover, and let's look at some of these other. These are personalized picture frames.
We have some really unique gifts. I think our favorite is labels you could actually make for a wine bottle, or if you've made a sauce, you could actually put a photo on and any words that you would like. You could put it onto wine bottles. You could make your own greeting cards.
Wow.
And again, this is without a negative. You could use from a negative if you have one, or from the original print.
That's great. Why do you think these kind of gifts, these personalized gifts, are so popular these days?
People are so tired of giving flowers and chocolates. They really feel so proud when they give these gifts that they've gone through all these boxes that they have and searched for these photos and put on their own words. They feel so proud giving these gifts.
I think that's a really important part of it. They feel really good about it. It's very self-satisfying to do something and give to someone something you made.
And going back to the memory books that we were talking about before, this would be a perfect cover, like for the actual album. You can do that. Okay.
A year in the life.
How about enlarging pictures or actually shrinking them down? Let's say you were trying to put together a memory book page and you wanted to fit more pictures on it than you actually had room for. You can actually do that at your center also.
It's wonderful. Someone will bring in a picture. It could be a group shot, and it's the only photo they have, say, of their father or grandfather, and you could actually crop in and take just the person that you're interested in. We could blow just that photo up for you. into almost any size.
I was reading also that you can get rid of skin blemishes. You can actually add hair or maybe lose some weight from something. You could do all that and actually make it look like a whole nother person.
We can.
Okay. All right. And then all of this would of course, play into the whole scrapbook fever that we were talking about before.
Definitely, definitely.
Well, Pat Koziol, thank you very much, from the Hobby Association, the Hobby Industry Association, and Hildy Buchbinder. Thank you very much. And this is Alkit Photography and Imaging Stores. There are a couple of stores in New York City, and you can find them around the country, too. Thank you for coming in. All right, that's all the time we have for today. Join us next time for more Fox on Trend. A complete news update is coming up, so stay with us.
Finding fair jurors to try a well-known terror case.